putting this all together, when I think about how or what we can do to maximize the tons of forage that we can produce on a half acre or an acre or an eighth of an acre, or in this situation that we're looking at right here, this is a small farm that we lease for hunting. The farmer's trying to make a living, so he basically is planting almost fence row to fence row. I've got just a small little strip here that's about 15 feet wide. It's a couple hundred yards long, but what we have planted here is actually a mixture of our honey hole and a mixture of our red zone. And it's got pretty good growth. A lot of the plants are 12 to 18 inches tall. It's the first part of August, and I've got a nice strip like this for several hundred yards. But in years past, many times this strip will be consumed by the 1st of September, or for sure by the 1st of October. And really, if you look at what you can do to produce the maximum amount of tons, talked about testing your soil and applying the proper amount of lime to bring that pH up so that the fertilizer that you apply works. Proper tilling, hopefully getting proper amount of rain, and so on. But a couple products that we have just brought on board here recently is our PLOTS, which is a liquid soil conditioner, which basically tunes up the soil. I liken this type of product to a tune-up for your car. If you're running your car's tires at about 10 pounds below normal pressure, you may not readily visibly see the poor gas mileage you're getting, for example, unless you're keeping track of your gas mileage, and then you properly air up your tires another 10 pounds per square inch, and all of a sudden you pick up 4, 5, or 6 more miles per gallon. That's kind of like the PLOTS. It's a liquid soil conditioner, humic acid, carbon-based, and what it does is it raises organic matter, which is a measure of the overall health of the soil, raises the pH, unlocks nutrients that normally are not available for the plants to take up, and it helps the plants retain moisture. We apply this once in the spring and once in the fall. The neat thing about it, it can be applied in the same tank as virtually any chemical that you want to spray on your plots. On our spring applications of PLOTS, we'll put it in the same tank as Roundup. So prior to planting, we'll put it in the same tank as Roundup, spray the existing weeds. The Roundup kills the weeds, the PLOTS goes down to the soil, eventually gets washed in by the rain, or we till it in, and it starts going to work. The other product is our Jolt. Our Jolt is a liquid fertilizer. This 32-ounce container will actually treat 2 acres of a food plot, or you can treat a half acre 4 times. So here it is, the middle of July. I'm going to spray this edge several times. I'm going to spray this edge every 3 to 4 weeks up until the first frost. And what happens is we can virtually double the amount of tons of forage that I can produce on this food plot. The neat thing, one of the neat things about a liquid fertilizer is it gets absorbed by the plant through its stem and leaves. I don't have to worry about rain, such as you do with granular fertilizer. If I was to spread granular fertilizer out here, I have to hope that it's going to rain so that the fertilizer gets washed into suspension and eventually down to the roots. The other thing is I have to hope that it's going to rain, because that fertilizer could burn the plants. This will not burn the plants. You can spray it when it's 100 degrees out. You don't have to worry about it burning. You don't have to worry about it raining. It's absorbed by the plant through the stem and the leaves. And basically what it does is it gives the plant about a 3 to 4 week period of food, and we get significant growth. So what we're going to do with plots like this is we'll spray every 3 to 4 weeks, and instead of having the deer wipe this thing out by the 1st of September, there's going to be food here, and as a result, there's going to be deer here, month after month after a month. Spray it all the way up until the first frost. Once it freezes, no sense of spraying it, but what a fantastic product to have in your arsenal to maximize tons of forage.